Hi there, it's time to look at what the whales are doing with SUI. And if you're new to my session, these are the key items I'll cover during the session. So let's start with the weekly chart of SUI. We talk about SUI is in the Wyckoff accumulation cycle, meaning it's a big testing period for the whales. What are they testing? How many paper hands are still there? So for SUI, it's still at the early stage of this cycle. Previously, we talked about the panic over period have showed up, okay? And as of now, the price is still around the area where the bulls are trying to set the trading range top. Well, we call this automatic rally. It's still staying at this level of around $1.8. All right, it's not going up, it's not going down either, especially for this week. But in Wyckoff terms, we understand that the entire period is basically a test of paper hands, diamond hands. It's going to continue for quite a while until the narrative change and people turn into risk-on mode once again. So it's still too early to tell where that would come for SUI. Okay, so assume that it's going to still hover around this range between the 1.3 all the way to 2.04 as of this moment. If the bulls successfully gain momentum and challenge the 2.35 yellow key level and set the trading range top over there, then the range will get a little bit wider. But looking at what happened last week and this week, the bears seems to get quite some strength when the price reach or get close to the $2 level. There were a few reference points, and as well when we look at the up thrust over here back in springtime 2024. However, it's not a very strong reference over here. It does provide a little bit of references at these levels, but let's see. Okay, the big picture is that this is the time to set the trading range, and then it may come back down to the lower levels after the top is set. And if we look at the daily chart, okay, let's get rid of some of these old tags because that has happened already. We talked about this potential trend change confirmation. It came, and then we are well inside this sideways trend already. And as of this moment, this narrow range between 1.96 and 1.72 roughly is where the price had been for the past week. Alright, so these lines are still in effect. The volume itself isn't particularly high or low after the initial climb on the 5th. Okay, so the bulls and the bears are still battling around this area, trying, like I said, the bulls are trying to set a higher trading range top, but the bears just aren't letting it happen. So that's not much going to change, because if I say this is an uptrend and draw a line over here, okay, assuming the bulls and the bears are really going to fight along this line, what's going to happen is that when we get closer to this date, near the end of the month, the ultimate confirmation would come. Not that I expect it's going to last that long, but anyway, there's only like around 10 days left. Let's see when we come back next week for SUI, see whether the bulls and the bears are still fighting within this triangle, because by that time they have to either confirm that this uptrend is going to continue, that they are really heading towards the yellow key level of 2.35, or the bears hit it really hard and tell the bulls that no, it's not time to go north yet, and they push it back to the orange key level of 1.5. Alright, if you are interested to access these sessions 2 days earlier than the others, it's time to join